welcome back Gary Payton #2.
This is usually money for Karl Anthony Towns down the block right here. However, this 6'2" guy played spoiler as he entered the frame out of nowhere and just swallowed him whole. Defense has been the biggest problem for the Golden State Warriors all year long, but they might just fix that moving forward with the recent return of Gary Payton II. After sitting out a couple of games due to injury, Gary Payton II is now officially back in the Bay Area, and he wasted no time in making his presence felt, just like the play you saw earlier. With Wiggins having missed a significant portion of the season, the return of GP2 was definitely a welcoming sight, especially on the defensive end for the Warriors. I mean, as we all know, the Dubs are just horrible when it comes to playing defense this season, as they give up 114.8 points a ball game, which ranks 19th in the league. Now, comparing it to last season, the Dubs were actually ranked number 1 with a 106.9 defensive rating, and without question, a huge part of it can be credited to GP2's defensive efforts. Speaking of that, GP2 picked up where he left off after being one of the key players in their recent win against the Spurs. And right after the game, here's what he said about his homecoming.
Gary, I just say welcome back because it feels a lot like last year when you were the secret weapon. You look healthy, you look bouncy, you make a difference. I mean, tell us about reintegrating with the Warriors.
It's just like brushing teeth every morning, especially here with this system. We got the heavy load guys that do the heavy work, and I come in and try to make it easier for them. And just like the rest of the bench does, we come in, do our job, and try to make it smoother for the first 5.
Anyways, the Golden State Warriors brought him back for one reason only, and that is to create havoc and be a pest on the defensive end of the floor. And with that being said, let's take a look at how GP2 can become the ultimate X factor for the Dubs by breaking down some of his highlights. Starting with lockdown defense. See, Calvin Johnson thinks that he can just abuse GP2 on the low block because he's smaller than him. But that's not the case right here, because GP2 has quicker hands, and he just pokes the ball away from him cleanly to force a turnover. In this play, GP2 just shadowed Branham as he penetrated inside the shaded lane, and when he lured him to Looney, he just snatched the ball from behind to complete this impressive defensive sequence. His ability to clamp down any player is just absolutely fun to watch. And when I say any player, I'm talking about the elite scorers in the NBA right now. I mean, look here. He's guarding Zach LaVine way beyond the three-point line, and after just taking 2 dribbles, GP2 uses his quick hands to poke the ball away, which leads to this Showtime reverse dunk. Same thing almost happened here. Brandon Ingram was just about across the half-court line when GP2 struck again and picked his pocket to ignite a JP3 slamma-jamma. Now, for a league that's ultra-competitive like the NBA, you would rarely see someone pick up a player all the way from 94 feet because the guards are so skilled, plus it's super tiring. Well, not GP2. See, in this play, Payton quickly applied pressure the moment Ja Morant grabbed the ball all the way from the backcourt. Look at how GP2 just shadowed him as he crossed the half-court, and when Ja attacked, GP2's defensive instinct kicked in yet again as he swiped the ball from Ja to ignite a fast break on the other end. What I like about GP2 is he never backs down from anyone, and he doesn't care if you're a big-time scorer or not. I mean, here's Kyrie Irving, arguably the greatest ball handler in NBA history, as well as one of the elite bucket getters in today's NBA. ISO'd on top of the key against GP2. But regardless of his reputation, GP2 just shut him down and easily swatted away his shot as if he's not an 8-time All-Star. And in case you're needing a crucial stop, GP2 can also be your go-to guy in these types of nail-biting situations. Up by just 2 with under 10 seconds left, Indiana gave the ball to their closer, which happened to be Karis LeVert, But the thing is, the Dubs have a defensive closer in GP2, and just check out how he pressured him until he stumbled going nowhere. Standing at 6'3", GP2's hand-foot coordination when it comes to playing defense is simply on another level, and his 6'8" wingspan has made it easy for him to poke or swipe the ball away from opposing players, even if they're protecting it really hard. Anyways, this unique skill set of his has allowed him to become a versatile defender, especially in situations where he's clearly at a disadvantage. I mean, check this out. The Nuggets have successfully forced a mismatch here at the low post with Nikola Jokic, and despite the obvious mismatch, GP2 was able to stop the 7-foot Jokic using his strength, footwork, and incredible timing. Without question, GP2's elite defense played a huge role in the Golden State Warriors' championship run last year, especially in the playoffs. And player-turned-analyst Richard Jefferson has also acknowledged this fact by saying,
everyone knew that he was a key to their run. That's why when he got injured, the way
he broke his elbow like yesterday.
Yeah, there was a lot of emotion behind that because we're like, yo, this is our best perimeter defender. This is our second best athlete on our team, and he knows how we play. So when he went out, it's rare that like the 7th man, 8th man on your team could actually really truly affect your championship chances. And I don't know if they win this series if he's not on that floor here in this finals.
From breaking down his on-ball defense, let's now take a closer look at how GP2 can be so disruptive when the Dubs play defense as a unit. Against the Pacers, the Dubs played zone here to force them to shoot from the outside, knowing that they were going to hit the guy on the top of the key following a back screen. GP2 played on the passing lane and stole the ball using his long reach, which ended in another highlight play on the other end. Now in this play, look at how GP2 fixed his eyes on the ball handler, and when man swung the ball to Kennard, GP2 was already 2 steps ahead of him, and he just snatched his pass before going coast to coast in transition. Lastly, GP2 is also a great help defender. See, when Dosunmu slid right here, GP2 cut his path going to the rim, and when he brought down the ball, GP2 was quick enough to swipe it away from him, which again led to another turnover. Anyways guys, although GP2 is known more as a defensive specialist, he's slowly transitioning into becoming a solid 3-and-D guy. See, this season, GP2 has been lights out from range, averaging 71% overall in terms of effective field goal percentage, and he's also shooting 65.5% from the field and 52.4% from downtown. Not to mention that he's also shooting 78.6% in catch-and-shoot situations. Now, apart from his developing outside game, GP2 has always relied on his athleticism to score some buckets from time to time, most especially in the open court. As Draymond leads the break on this play, look at how GP2 filled the lane. And when no one is around him, Draymond sets him up for a wide-open jam. Off a steal, Curry just stormed out of the gates on this one. And just take a look at how GP2 used his 38.5 hops right here to finish this one above the rim. Now, aside from being a beast on the fast break, GP2 can also deal some damage by moving without the ball. Here's Jordan Poole doing his usual thing as he attracts the defense, and when Jalen Green took a nap momentarily, GP2 quickly took advantage of it by going backdoor before finishing this one with a reverse. During this set play, notice how he quickly attacked D'Lo before he even got his feet set, and once again, he went backdoor and used his athleticism to slam this one home. After a missed shot, Looney clears out the ball to Steph Curry. Now, when Indiana scatters for defense, GP2 uses this as an opportunity to sneak behind the line, and after Steph located GP2, here's what he did to this poor fella. And as much as he's versatile on defense, GP2 can also fill in multiple roles on offense. Like in this play, Steph played a 2-man game with GP2, and after delivering a perfect screen, GP2 acted as the roll guy and just watched how he exploded right here to wrap Bane in a body bag. As you've seen in the previous clips, GP2's energy on the defensive end is extremely contagious, and whether it's about locking someone on D or asking him to chip in some points on offense, GP2 will surely give the Dubs some boost on both ends of the floor. And although his numbers aren't similar to Steph or Klay, his overall contribution can be felt beyond the stat sheet, especially the little things that he brings to the table, like deflecting a crucial pass in late-game situations, or diving for a loose ball after making a steal. I mean, if you look at it on a bigger scale, those little things are actually huge in that they enable you to win championships. And with this said, I think GP2 will have a big role to play in their quest to go back-to-back this season.